Hey there, folks. I got a new knife for you. So, Brian the Doe, Sharp by Design, was nice enough to send me a few knives to check out to help with my social distancing series. If you guys don't know, I've been doing these videos. Try to do it every day. I'm running out of material, but it's people like Brian that keep sending me stuff to check out. And I'm very grateful to those people, especially Brian. He sent me like 4 knives. This one being the grail of all grail knives in the Doe world. I think I got to check these out like on Blade Show, but definitely didn't have the opportunity to fondle it for a couple of days, which I'm getting now. But this is his Arch Nemesis dagger style blade. Let's just take a look at that right away. Look how beautiful that is. This is like something King Arthur would carry. How beautiful that design is. Just gorgeous. So it is a dagger, meaning, well, not necessarily, but this particular dagger, this Arch Nemesis, is sharpened on both sides of the blade, as you can see. So it is a little bit tricky. You gotta give it a lot of respect, this knife, because it is a frame lock, as you can see there. But if you forget that it's sharpened on both sides, you gotta basically shut it down with the quillion over there, right? The cross guard. Or else I've done it myself. I've unlocked it and I've pushed it down on this side of the blade. Luckily, I didn't cut myself. So you got to give it proper respect until I get more comfortable with it, like anything else, you know. So yeah, you definitely got to respect it. It is gorgeous. It is beautiful. It really is. What an amazing design. There's a couple other makers out there. Lundquist pops into my brain right now because he's doing one with Wee Knives that's making like a dagger style blade like this. I think Hinderer has one too, but none of them have the character or the beautiful aesthetics as this Arch Nemesis. Now, I don't know why Brian called it the Arch Nemesis, because that implies there's like a superhero in the Sharp by Design blade family. I mean, this is the Arch Nemesis, so what would be the superhero that would versus the Arch Nemesis? Huh, Brian? We want to know. Look at the machining. Brian is a fucking genius. And I told him I wasn't going to kiss his ass, but I got to give props. That is just amazing CNC machining. Look at the texture he puts on the handle ever so lightly. Just gorgeous. And then the inlay work. So this is fat carbon. I made a mistake on my unboxing video. I said it was carbo quartz because it looks a lot like carbo quartz. This is the affordable version of carbo quartz. Thank God for fat carbon. Eat shit, carbo quartz. You and your expensive materials. Here comes fat carbon to the rescue. I mean, that is amazing, gorgeous, man-made materials right there. It's nice that Brian blackened out, used blackened hardware on this side with the inlays, so it's less conspicuous. So it is a frame lock, as you can see there. Beautiful cutout. Look at that. I like how Brian does that too with like here in the detent. I mean the pivot, how it's raised up. So I guess you have to have, it's proprietary hardware, so you got to use some kind of a tool to open that, or you just don't, or you just send it to Brian to open up, or you can fashion some kind, I don't know if there's a tool for that. Beautiful pocket clip. So it's looks like it's brushed finish over there with a bead blast on the center. And again, look at that. That's incredible. So milled pocket clip. I asked Brian if this butt spacer or this end spacer, tail spacer, whatever you want to call it, is going to change. But he says everything changes. It is a custom knife. He said there's about 20 or so out in the wild No more than 30, but he thinks he approximates about 20. So everything changes. Brian's, he's a CNC magician, so whatever he wants to make, he can make. So it's not a traditional backspacer per se. Well, I guess it could have been a traditional backspacer because the knife only deploys out the side this way, not that way. But Brian wanted to give that illusion of like a flow through, not a illusion, but like a dagger, right? A dagger. So it's a flow through design. Very nice. Right. And it's got the steel insert. And of course, do I have my flashlight here? And it's got the Brian the Doe nub. There it is. You see that nub? Right. So Brian doesn't use a detent ball. He machines out a steel nub. Right. Which Brian, I think, readily lets anyone use it. Just give him credit for it. So if you want, I think there's some people that make knives with the nub now. Just give the man credit for inventing it. Very nice. This is just sexy. Would you call that a fuller? I guess that's a blade fuller. Blood groove for the Neanderthals like me. Right down the center of the blade. It is a hollow grind. Oh, God, that's a nice hollow. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. It's a nice hollow on both sides. And again, it is sharpened. Look at that. This is so gorgeous to work. I'm not sure what finish you would call that. I don't think that's a bead blast. That is precision. Jesus. You know how much work that is to do that to the blade grind, to get it hollowed out like that? That's a lot of computing. That's going to give me a headache just thinking about that. It's giving me a headache just thinking about it. Gorgeous inlay again of the fat carbon. You might be able to see the thickness of it right there. Look at that. Let me see. Can I make the light? Come on, focus. Right there. Really nice work. The actions, bearings, of course, and again, when you unlock it, you have to push it down by the quillion or the cross guard, unless you want to slice your fingers. Very smooth. I mean, I'm afraid to let it drop on my finger. Gotta respect it. Very smooth. Fires out nicely. I did find myself trying to flick it open on the other side, which of course it won't. Nice safety feature there. That is gorgeous, folks. Look at that thing. That is a collector knife guy's dream. Beautiful. But trying to convince Brian to do a collaboration with Riot Knives, I don't see that in the near future. Brian says he's never going to do it. This is one of the customs that he's going to keep in-house, even though he was breaking my balls today because I'm so confused. There's so many knives out there by Sharp by Design that I forget which one is the Micro Evo, which one is the Micro Typhoon, which one was done by Riot, which one is done by... I'm so confused. There's so many options available. That is just, I don't know what. This is just a lot of ooh and an on this. I'm sure there's tons of videos on this already. But I just want to showcase this for you guys, how beautiful this blade is. Just amazing work by Brian. God, I want this. I want this, Brian. But I'm broke and I'm cheap. I break Brian's balls all the time. You got any blems? You got any blems, Brian? All right, folks. Arch Nemesis by Sharp by Design. Brian the Doe. Only 20 in the wild. He says he's not going to make that many more. So if you want to get it, you better reach out to the man. Peace.